Got a Photoshop question? Brought to you by the National Association of Photoshop Professionals. It's Ask Dave.
This week the question comes from Bob, and I'm sorry, Bob, I think it's Rutan, who's asked a couple questions before, always good ones. Here's his question is, how do I add a logo in more than one color? Because if I do a brush, it's only one color. If I do a shape, it's only one color. And I could use a PNG, but when I bring it in, the quality is not very good. My suggestion would be, the simplest way of all would be to use a layer document in Photoshop. Now what you have to do, of course, is save it somewhere where you can find it. But here's the benefit of doing this way. Here's a PSD file, so it doesn't have to be PNG. All I have to do using either Mini Bridge, or you could go File Place, is bring it into the image. Now in this particular case, all I did was I made sure that it had a transparent background. So I hit Enter, and I'm done. And the quality is going to be very good. And here's the reason, because the original logo is quite large. So if we look at it, you can see it's quite a big logo, and I deliberately did that. I made it bigger so that way I can scale it up or down. The other advantage is when you place or drag in from Mini Bridge and it makes a smart object, is now you can actually change your mind. If you decide you wanted a much bigger logo, you can scale it up because it's still not as big as the original one, and lower the opacity and do things. And the other thing, of course, is if you decided, for example, in this case, my logo has a couple of pieces to it. If I decide I only wanted this part, all I have to do is close it and save it, and it updates in the document. And again, as I said right off the top, the only sort of trick to this is to save it in some folder that you can always have access to. So whenever you want your logo, you just drag it in and you're good to go.
Ask your short Photoshop question using the contact form here at Kelby TV or through Twitter at Dave Cross. Thanks for watching Ask Dave, brought to you by the National Association of Photoshop Professionals and the Dave Cross Workshops. We'll see you next time.